We are here for our Jukwaa la Usalama Meru chapter. This is part of our program to make sure that we engage leaders from the grassroots on matter security. And I'm glad to be here with the leadership of the county government led by the governor of Meru. And we are also here with the leaders from the national level, National Assembly. We have our MPs who are present here, including the local MP. And our discussion today is, this is as part of the eastern region. We started with Kitui, Makueni, and Machakos. And now we are in the middle of the eastern region, which is, will be today here in Meru, tomorrow in Tharaka-Nithi, and the day after in Embu. Our objective is to, as has been done in the other places, is to listen to the grassroots leaders, to also assess the security situation here, to look at the challenges that has been faced by the security team from the grassroots, and also agree together on the suggestions of the way forward. As I briefed the country when I was in Kitui, the challenges of eastern region are almost similar. Here, particularly in Meru, we have part of our biggest challenge is to deal with the question of banditry. Meru, for the many years, has faced the problem of cattle raids, which lead to killing of civilians, injuries, and also stolen livestock. For the last 2 years, a lot of work has been done in this county to deal with this question of banditry, having been assisted by improved security equipment, but also improved strategy, formed up units which are present here. We have 11 formed up units and stations in between the county of Isiolo and the county of Meru, where we have the biggest problem of banditry. Most of these bandits come all the way from Samburu, some from Isiolo, and they have caused havoc in this county. I'm glad to report that a lot of progress. The statistics show that there has been significant reduction from last year, but the problem has not been eliminated. And our duty today is to farm up more strategies, building on the meeting I had in Isiolo with some of the leaders from grassroots to ensure that we eradicate this problem. We will be looking at infrastructure issues like security roads. We'll be looking at proper vetting and deployment of the NPR, and we'll be looking at replacement of NPR. There are a number of NPR. Some were killed, as you know, but some also have since deserted duty. Some perhaps involved in drunkenness and all that, or in discipline. We are going to make sure that replacement is done, but also we are going to vet those who are already in office to make sure that they are fit for purpose and they are serving the community. This exercise, I instructed that it must be done at the grassroots, in public barazas led by the sub-county security team with the chiefs on the local areas to make sure that the right people are identified by the people, because these are officers that are going to serve and be with the people in the grassroots. We have also the other problem that is common, that now is common in many parts of the country, but which was also a very big problem in Kitui, is the problem of boundary. The Meru County has boundary challenges with Isiolo County and boundary challenges with Tharaka-Nithi County. As you know, there has been task force reports to work on this issue, and this task force report has not been implemented for many years, and the challenge still persists between Meru and Tharaka-Nithi. And also we have the question of conflict between farmers and herders on the side of the Isiolo side. Again, we are going to find better ways of working out this issue. We know that this is not a one-off answer, but listening to the people from the grassroots, we will be able to build on the other proposals that have been made in other counties that have boundary challenges, so that, as I promised, we have a one approach nationally. For those who follow on these issues of boundary, you know that the debate is whether we are drawing boundaries or we are marking the existing boundaries. Already these boundaries are marked in the relevant maps of 1992 that demarcated the districts then, which are now counties. And so the real task, if you ask me, is to just find the relevant institutions and officers who are going to locate and mark the boundaries so that we can avoid this conflict. We anticipated this long ago in the Senate. We tried to come up with a legal framework. We didn't succeed, and I think this is something that we need to revisit to make sure that our people live in peace. The other challenge we have in this Meru is the question of illicit brew, drugs and drug trafficking, and human trafficking, and the presence of aliens because of the proximity of this county, the strategic economic importance of this county, and its proximity to our border through Isiolo to Marsabit. And we have been carrying out serious crackdowns, and this is ongoing. We are going to discuss the strategies that can deal with local brews, but also these other adulterated illicit brew, second generation alcohol that is sometimes being manufactured in this county. And we have identified some of the actors. Some have been arrested and others are still being pursued to make sure that we deal with drugs and illicit brew in this county. These are some of the issues already I have been briefed by the Security Committee. The rest will be discussed, and we will give you comprehensive position later. We will be here for 3 days, this region for 3 days, and today I look forward to a very robust and meaningful conversation. I must say that we are getting more value from the Jukwaa la Usalama than I anticipated when we started. Because initially, I thought we were just going to listen, get the problems, but somehow, with the collaboration of local leaders, we have been able to solve so many problems affecting different actors. And I think I'm excited that going forward, the report that we have in the ministry will help us look at the entire country, the cross-cutting issues and the local issues that affect specific counties. And our intention is to make sure that based on the reports we get, it forms the basis of our engagement and a basis of our evaluation in the next 2 years to see the progress we have made in the security sector. And I'm very excited about that. Thank you.
Yes, so just one question in regards to national security. There's an issue about VIP protection. A host of MPs have really complained by the Speaker about their own protection following the killing of MP Were. And also we saw in Migori kind of security lapse when someone had a issue towards the president. What do you want to say in regards to MPs complaining about issues they're raising about their security, it's not being addressed, and also what happened in Migori, and in regards to what is your call for citizen responsibility?
First, let me say that we condole with the family of Honorable Were, as I have said that before, but let me just repeat here to say our condolences to the family of Honorable Were, and that incident is shocking. The circumstances under which the Member of Parliament was killed, the manner in which it was done, despite even him having security and him having been conscious about his own life and gone public about the same. It is regrettable that it turned out as it did. Luckily, it is within my knowledge that we have made very significant progress in arresting the perpetrators and their collaborators. And it will shock you to note that this is a very heinous crime that was done in a very cavalier manner, involving people that ordinarily some should have taken good care of the interests of the Member of Parliament. And so in the process, we want to affirm that the government of Kenya is committed to making sure that those perpetrators, some which have been arrested and others, their collaborators who will be arrested anytime soon, will be brought to book. They will be, they will be an example. Their discipline will be an example. Their punishment will be an example to anyone who thinks that they can run away from the law and who thinks that they can hide from such crimes. I think that the manner in which the police were able to pick very quickly those who are involved is a signal that anyone who is trying to harm another Kenyan, not just the member of parliament, for any citizen, we have the tools and the abilities to be able to arrest them. And by the way, let me remind the people of Kenya, despite the sometimes criticism that comes from some quarters, every single day, the National Police Service and our officers are arresting different kind of criminals all over the country that are either attempting robberies, attempting murder, and thanks to our police officers, a lot of this has been foiled. And I believe that going forward, we will continue improving on our security systems to protect every citizen, including those who are in office. On the incident that happened during His Excellency's function, I think that is something under investigations, and therefore I leave it at that to show whether there was really security lapse or whether there was intention or motive to harm the president, or it was a different issue. So the investigation is ongoing, but Kenyans need to know that the security of the president is a matter of national security, and it cannot be taken for granted. It's not easy to take for granted the security of the president because of the consequences that can ensue if a president is armed, is harmed in any way. But also let's all remember that there are always very evil people all over the world that try to attack VIPs, citizens, and so forth. And so our security forces are alert insofar as that issue is concerned. But for Honorable Were's situation, you will be getting the final comprehensive report from the security officers, thanks to the thorough investigations that have gone into it, and the collaborators that will also be arrested, considering that the other suspects have already been arrested.
MPs safe?
MPs safe? Yeah, not just MPs, the people of Kenya are safe. It's our duty to protect all the people of Kenya. It will be responsible of me as a Cabinet Secretary for Interior to focus on a certain class of citizens and say ministers should be safe, MPs should be safe, or MCS should be safe, or governors should be safe. Everybody must be safe in his own country. We must live in a nation where everybody feels safe. And that is our duty, to make sure that regardless of your position, you are safe, and that is our responsibility. And so these incidences of robbery here, assault here, murder here, helps us to improve on our systems, improve on our technology. You will know from the evidence that came as a result of the attack of and killing of Honorable Were, the technology that we have has enabled the police officers to quickly arrest all those people. So that's why I'm warning people who are imagining that they can get away from it. They will not, and therefore they just better choose peace and choose the right path, because the punishment will be severe. Yes. Sorry, then I'll come to you.
Waziri, katika majukwaa ambayo yalipita uligusia kuhusu matumizi ya mitandao na pia ukaonya rais aliyestaafu Kenyatta sana pengine na kuwachochea vijana kuhusu matumizi ya mitandao, na pia amezungumza ndugu yake Kenyatta kwamba vijana wasizuiwe, ikiashiria kwamba wizara yako inakandamiza ama inazima sauti ya vijana ambao wanatumia mitandao. Unajibu gani?
Itakuwa ni makosa kusema kwamba kila wakati Mkenya yoyote akiwa ku-encourage, ni kusema ni kwa Kiswahili, kuhimiza. Isiwe kwamba kila wakati Mkenya yoyote akihimiza vijana wajikaze, wao ni nguzo wa taifa, hawa ni wale tunawategemea, wahakikishe kwamba mabadiliko kwa nchi yao inakuwa bora. Ati kila wakati kila mmoja akisema hivyo anasema kwa sababu anapinga serikali. Hiyo ni interpretations yenu. Mtu yeyote mwenye ana challenge, ana encourage vijana wajikaze kwa kimaisha, wajikaze kwa kuongozi, wajitokeze kuongoza taifa. Mimi pia ninataka kusema hivyo kwamba ninawasihi vijana wote wa Kenya wachukue jukumu lao la kuhakikisha kwamba wanajiingiza katika uwanja ya uongozi katika taifa, kwa sababu tunahitaji uwezo wao, tunahitaji nguvu ya vijana, tunahitaji akili mpya ya vijana kuhakikisha kwamba uongozi kwa taifa letu tunasonga mbele. Pia ninakubaliana kwamba vijana wetu wakuwe kipaumbele kupigana na ufisadi, kupigana na maadili, kuhakikisha kwamba maadili mema yanahimizwa katika taifa na kupigana na mabaya yanayoendelea katika nchi. Wakiona kwamba kuna mtu yeyote katika serikali amekosea, kama ni kwamba ya mambo ya ufisadi, kama kuna mtu yeyote amekosea ama legea katika kazini, ninaomba vijana wakuwe nguzo ya taifa kusimama kuhakikisha kwamba mabaya kwa taifa letu yazikite misisi. Kwa hivyo mimi itakuwa makosa sana kusema kwamba Mkenya yeyote mwenye anajaribu kuwatia moyo vijana wajikaze, kutia moyo vijana wahakikishe kwamba wamesimama katika uongozi, kutia moyo vijana kwamba sauti yao lazima isikike. Hakuna makosa yoyote, mtu yoyote atasema hivyo. Yale ambayo tulikuwa tunapinga ni watu ambao watatumia vijana vibaya, waseme kwamba mjitokeze mfanye fujo, mjitokeze mfanye matuzi, mjitokeze mfanye vita. Hapana, mimi nataka vijana wote, na hiyo ni haki yao, hata nisiposema ni haki yao, kwamba vijana wote lazima wajitokeze kuhakikisha kwamba kuna maadili mema katika taifa letu na kwamba uongozi wa taifa letu inakuzia zaidi mambo ya kupeleka nchi yetu mbele. Pole, Kiswahili imenilemea kidogo. Yes, last one.
Yes, and
maybe and the lady will be the last.
Our security agencies intercepted IDs and routes to Murkomen. And as a country, are we prepared for if there may be an attack, a terror attack? Are we prepared? And what was the situation now that those IDs were recovered and routes to Murkomen?
Maybe you're just hearing one incident. Yeah, for us who are sitting on this side, we get numerous thousands of reports from the security sector of the work that is being done by our men and women to keep our country safe. So just one incident like that is appearing in the media is not compared to many other issues that are happening behind the scenes that the police do not announce to make sure that the country is safe, weeding out of criminals, aliens, characters who are attempting all kinds of crimes in the country. And this is work that is happening quietly in silence behind the scenes, and it's rarely reported. So I just want to say why those IEDs were confiscated is specifically because the security is working and they have been monitoring and following all those issues. So that's one of those reported incidents, but there are many others, including very serious ones, that police officers always stop, and characters being arrested, aliens being returned, border being protected. There's a lot of work our security service is doing that perhaps is not in public eye, but who are working very hard to make sure that as we sleep at night, we are sleeping knowing that somebody out there is taking care of our security. The last one.
Asante sana, mimi naitwa Frida Loina kutoka Tulize FM. Swali langu ni kwamba Tulize FM, yes. Katika maeneo ya Tigania, especially maeneo kame, vijana wengi wameacha kwao wakaenda kule kaskazini mwa taifa kutafuta ajira. Kuna wale wanafanya vibarua na kufanyia biashara zao, lakini lalama zinatokana na wazazi wa watoto wale wakisema wanao kila wakati wanapoenda kule kaskazini mwa taifa wanauliwa kutokana na mashambulizi ya magaidi. Je, wewe kama waziri wa usalama wa ndani una hakikisho lipi kwa hao wazazi kutoka maeneo ya Tigania?
Kaskazini, you mean the northeastern part? Yeah, okay. Ningesema kwamba kila kona ya Kenya iko na challenges tofauti ya mambo ya security, na kwa sababu ya border yetu na Somalia, upande ya northeastern ya Kenya iko na challenges ya security fulani ambayo kila mmoja anajua kwamba nchi jirani kuna wale watu wa Al-Shabaab na wengine wenye wanajaribu kuingia nchi yetu mara mingi, na kuna mikakati ya kiusalama imewekwa ya kuhakikisha kwamba kila mmoja anawekwa salama. Kwa mfano imewekwa kwamba wakati watu wanaenda barabara fulani lazima wapitie escort ya polisi, na polisi wamewekwa tayari, lakini utapata mara nyingine kuna watu ambao hawatangojea hiyo escort ya polisi, wanataka kujiendea wenyewe. Mara nyingine kuna masaa ambayo imekubaliwa na county security team kwamba tutaondoka saa 2, lakini utapata mtu anaondoka saa 12 asubuhi. Kwa hivyo ninaomba watu wote ambao wanaenda kutafuta kazi katika sehemu hizo ambazo kuna security operation wafuate ile maagizo ama zile njia imewekwa na njia ya usalama yenye imewekwa na security team kwa kila county, ili tuhakikishe kwamba usalama ya kila Mkenya inafuatiliwa. Kwa watu wengi sana wako huko northeastern wanafanya mambo ya quarry kwa sababu ni perhaps ni biashara nzuri katika sehemu hiyo, lakini kuna mikakati ya kisheria imewekwa ya kwamba wataenda quarry namna gani, watarudi namna gani kwa mahali penye wanaishi. Tunawaomba kwamba kila mmoja afuate hiyo maagizo, hiyo njia, kwa sababu hiyo ndio njia moja tukiwa tunaendelea kupambana na majangili kutoka nchi jirani, lazima tuhakikishe kwamba tunafuata zile njia tuhakikishia usalama vizuri katika nchi yetu. Asante sana. Tutasema mengi baada ya jukwaa ya usalama.
Yes. About the newly formed National Government Administration Police Unit and the appointment of Charles Murkomen, how significant is this in ensuring that there is security at the grassroots level?
Our biggest problem in the last few years has been unexposed national government administrators who, though are required to do enforcement, they are extremely exposed because they either don't have protection for their own security, but also they don't have the mechanism for arresting these criminals. Because of the protocols that were there within the National Police Service, this issue went through various stages of public participation. Eventually, it was agreed that it was necessary to have some officers attached to the national government administrators, including the ACCs, the chiefs, and the deputy county commissioners and county commissioners. The idea is to make sure that there is quick decision making, but also their personal security during enforcement of the law and order is secured. That is why you have situations where chiefs have been killed, their houses burned, they have had so many problems. Every time, in fact, in banditry prone areas, most of the chiefs are threatened because they are told if you give out information related to a bandit or if you try to arrest them, your life is in danger. So this unit and the appointment of the commander of the Ngapu unit, Mr. Mutuma, is going to help us. It is part of the steps towards operationalization of that policy that I launched earlier this year, that is going to help us resource the national government administrators to make sure that they are able to respond to the challenges that they face in different parts of the country. And I want to dissuade everyone who thinks that we have any ulterior motives. I want them to understand that you just need to be a chief in Elwak or somewhere in Moyale or somewhere in Samburu or somewhere in Baringo Tiati or somewhere here in the border of Meru and Isiolo. In most of the places here, the chiefs are facing serious challenges because their lives are in danger. So you have to provide a unit that is available, ready, working together to make sure that the lives and the operational capability of the administrators is enhanced. Asante sana. Not now.
Kama mdosi amesema hiyo inatosha.
Leo tutasema after the forum. There will be another briefing after the forum.